yung introduction mo sa akin.
Very deserved yan, Alden. Alam mo, ang dami nangyari sa'yo for the past months, especially towards the end of the year. And ito, papasok ng 2022, medyo, di ba, entering the year ka with a bang. Ikaw, kamustahin muna kita. Kamusta ang nararamdaman mo ngayon? Siyempre, galing ka lang bakasyon, nakapag-breather ka ng konti.
Yes, kasi that's my first vacation out of the country after 2 years since the pandemic started. So it's very refreshing to be on a new setting. Tapos, I've celebrated my birthday din doon, Christmas and New Year for the first time out of the country. Kaya medyo refreshed and fully recharged ako to start 2022. And of course, with Forward, it's happening right now. I'm very excited for this show and for the people to see it because this is a project that's very close to me and maraming matutulungan yung mga bumili ng ticket at yung mga nag-support sa atin for this concert.
And speaking of those people na talagang bumili ng mga ticket para manood ng Donkey concert natin, your opportunity right now to, kasi matagal-tagal ka ng kanilang hindi nakita. So, just say hi, di ba? Kasi it's been a while. Okay.
It's been a while. Yeah, to everyone, to all my supporters po and to all those people who purchased the tickets to watch Forward. Maraming salamat po. Apparently, at the moment as we speak, sold out na siya. So,
wow.
Don't worry po. I'm already in touch with my team para po sa reopening ng slots for the people na wala pang tickets na gustong makakuha at makanood ng Forward. At syempre, I'm very grateful and thankful to all the sponsors who have supported me with this project of mine. Of course, Olaya Fans is there. I Am Worldwide and to Touch Mobile, to Master, to Boardwalk, Bello, and McDonald's. Maraming salamat po. This makes the journey of this concert even more fruitful because of the support I'm getting from these people. And I'm just so blessed and grateful for this opportunity.
Yan, Alden, congratulations and to the entire team of Forward kasi ngayon pa lang sold out na, nabanggit mo na. And great news para dun sa mga hindi umabot, hindi nakabili ng ticket, yung binanggit ni Alden dyan. Diba? May chance pa na i-open, mag-open ng mga... Yun! Mag-open ng slots. So that's fantastic news, especially for your fans at sa lahat po ng mga kapuso natin na nakatutok ngayon. Pero mamaya-maya po yung mga bloggers natin, our friends from the press will also have the opportunity to ask questions. Pero ako muna. Sige, dahil nandito na tayo, pinag-uusapan na natin yung Forward. You had your rest already, very rare opportunity. I think for everybody to, be out of the country, take your vacation there, much deserved vacation. Pero ngayon, this is something that you can look forward to this 2022 as early as January. Describe mo naman sa amin yung excitement mo ngayon. Gaano ka ba ka-hyped, ka-excited para dito sa Forward?
Let me share with you this talks that's been going since a couple of months ago while I was doing the World Pilipinas. That's the beauty of quarantine for me. Kasi, di ba, tayo, when we go to different projects, we quarantine ourselves before we go to the actual shoot. And, naisip lang ng team na, why not put up a foundation? Because you've been helping a lot of people in the past and parang we should have a platform to parang officiate yung mga charity works na ginagawa natin. So, I said yes to the idea because tama naman para mas maging malawak yung reach ng mga taong gusto ring tumulong na don't know how to because I was like that before when I was doing charity work. Gusto kong tumulong, I don't know where, I don't know how. I was just doing it by myself. And coming from that experience na kaya pumayag ako to create AR Foundation. And sabi ko, bakit hindi tayo mag-concert for it? Para at least when we launched it, hindi lang siya in passing na sa news, naging lang sa social media. I want people to understand why AR Foundation was put on the table. Bakit siya nabuo? I want them to know the deeper meaning, the deeper reasons behind why I came up with it. Kasi parang mas nagiging makapal yung context ng foundation as opposed to you just announce that you have a foundation. I want the people to see na parang kasi pag nilabas lang siya in passing sa news and social media, ay si Alden may foundation. As opposed to it, we're doing forward, we're doing the concert, and now maintindihan natin, kaya pala may AR Foundation. So that's the message I want to convey with this project that we're in now, and I'm just so proud and happy of the outcome. Nakita ko yung mga playbacks and yung mga early edits ng show, and I'm just very excited because this is something different from the things that I used to do, especially in terms of concert. This is the first documentary concert that I'll be doing in my history of career. So I'm just so happy and excited, and I can't wait for January 30 for the people to see kung ano ba yung hinanda namin for them.
Yun, Alden, that is very admirable kasi narinig ko sa news. I mean, that's great to hear. It's for the AR Foundation. Narinig ko sa news, you like to keep your charity works in secret, and I think that's a very admirable thing because that's a rare trait, especially for people or for public personalities. But that's very admirable. Speaking of the AR Foundation, kasi nandun na tayo sa pinag-uusapan na natin yan, and na-mention mo na medyo mabubuksan natin yan. Are you going into detail kung ano ba yung ginagawa mo dito sa charity mo? Are you gonna reveal some of the things that you're doing? Reveal mo yan?
Kasi apparently now, let me share this info na mapapanood nila sa concert, because before I started the AR Foundation, I've already been sending kids to school since 2016, and then nabuo si AR Foundation, and then I had the whole team accumulate all the scholars that I've been sending to school in the past years. Nagulat ako that I already have 14 of them. 2 of them are college graduates already. So parang, yes, I think it's about time to officiate the foundation para at least makita nila na may hope. AR Foundation is here to be a beacon of hope for these kids that wanted to finish school, but yet yung financials gets in the way. Because I've experienced that personally. I've been in that road, and alam ko yung pakiramdam na gusto mong mag-aral pero wala kang para. So AR Foundation is there, and yun yung stage 1 ng project namin. Apparently this coming 2022, right after the concert, we're opening new slots for scholars, of course with the help of a lot of people and sponsors, para kahit pandemic, there's still hope. We're here, we're public figures. Ako naniniwala talaga ako, the reason that we are put in this position is for us to give inspiration and hope for these people who are losing their passion to live every day because of everything that's happening, especially now na nakadagdag pa yung pandemic. So ngayon, parang yun yung goal, parang nadagdagan ng isang pillar of hope, which is AR Foundation, para dun sa mga nangangailangan. So that's my main objective, and yun yung long-term plan. Siyempre hindi tayo natatapos sa grant and scholarships. Nag-plot na rin kami ng future projects and development in the years to come para hindi lang mas maging malawak yung reach na aside from sending kids to school, may iba pa tayong projects na magagawa. So yun yung plans.
Ang galing. I love the vision kasi this is AR Foundation, and you can tell from the way you've been, telling all of the details dito sa MediaCon natin, you can tell that you're very invested in this, and that, diba? Yun yung maganda doon kasi talagang involved ka kung sino yung mga scholars, kung ilan yung mga scholars na natutulungan mo, and I'm sure, like you mentioned, it's the perfect time for them na talagang na matulungan kasi ngayon maraming nangangailangan, maraming hindi maka-afford mag-aral, ngayon nabibigyan sila ng opportunity, and that's what you like. I'm sure your fans will agree here na maganda yan kasi sneak peek pa lang to nakikita natin. You mentioned stage 1. There are more to come in the future. So, again, more power po para sa AR Foundation. Pero Alden, you mentioned earlier din, dun sa mga sagot mo kanina na bago to sa'yo, itong forward, bago tong gagawin mo. Kasi hindi ka lang, kasi dalawa yung ginampanan mo dito. You are a performer and you are a producer dito sa forward natin. Now, alam ko na may that already. Pero pag may nadagdag pang producer, kano pong klaseng pressure yung nararamdaman mo?
I mean, it's something new to me, I guess, that yun din yung work ethic ko in life na I don't want to be comfortable with all the things that I get into. I want, if possible, mas madagdagan yung workload because that raises up responsibility and parang yung input mo as a person hindi lang limited to being just ito lang yung gagawin ko. And I'm very grateful for Jimmy that they gave me the opportunity to produce this show and they trusted me with all the works kasi it's also a very liberating experience to be on the other side of the camera. Hindi ka lang lagi nasa harap. So, mahirap siya pero masaya siya kasi I'm very blessed with great people behind me. I'm very, very blessed with mentors na keeps on guiding me every step of the way. So, parang hindi rin siya masyadong naging difficult on my end because all I have to do is really to follow these people who wants to see me fly most of the time. So, I mean, from start to finish ng concert, dun ko na-experience actually when we shot the performance parts na usually when I do concerts, after na performance ko, uwi na ako eh. Pero after ko mag-perform, andun na yung mga pipirmahan, yung mga for release na talent fees and contracts.
Yun na inabot, ikaw na pala yun.
So, ang nangyari doon, ako yung huling umuwi, which is very very different, and I love that feeling na may bago lagi. That drives me to even do more kasi there's a lot of opportunities that's coming my way, and all I have to do is grab it and be responsible for all of this. I'm very happy and proud of the outcome of the show.
And now you're not just an artist, you're not just a performer, but you are a well-rounded person in the industry because you know some of the things that's happening on the business side of things. And I'm sure as a producer, siyempre iba siguro yung fulfillment kapag nakita mo na, nag-manifest na, nakita mo pala yung playback, iba na siguro yung fulfillment pag napanood niya ng ibang tao. Iba na yung pakiramdam siguro. Okay, pero speaking of being a producer, meron kang katuwang dito sa pagpo-produce ng Forward, sa pag-navigate, pag-execute nitong docu-concert natin. Siya ay ang walang iba kundi ang director ng Forward. I-welcome na natin si Direk Frank Lloyd. Mama Real, Direk Frank, hello.
Hello, nice to meet you, Martin.
Hello, Direk. Kamusta? Ano
naman?
Okay lang. Chill lang tayo today. Pero, Direk, itong Forward, si Alden, performer, producer, ikaw, it was your first time, or was it your first time working with Alden?
Yeah, it's actually my first time working with him. Actually, ang maganda dyan, parang nagpapasalamat nga ako kay Alden kasi he gave me the chance to actually present to him a concept to show him a bigger picture of what he could be in the future. So, doon nagsimula yan. He just gave me an opportunity to present a concept to him. And then, instantly, we actually clicked. And then, everything went into place.
Direk, what's your, out of curiosity lang, what's your most favorite thing? Kasi it's your first time working with Alden, and we know how accomplished Alden is. He's done so much for the industry, many concerts, many performances, many shows already. Ikaw, anong pinaka-paboritong bagay mo nung ginagawa nyo tong Forward? And this is a different treatment kasi it's a docu-concert naman.
Yeah, actually, the documentary part is actually my favorite part of this concert, diba? Kasi I'm known for concerts that are very most likely more on the performances side, right? The light, the visuals, and all those. But this time, it's given me something to work with, wherein I also tell a story, the story of an artist that wants to move forward, that wants to see bigger things in life, and has achieved a lot of things in just a little amount of time. And that's the story that we're going to tell here. Diba? Kanina nga, we were talking about what's the story about, diba? We're stripping Alden Richards from the real person, which is Richard Faulkerson Jr. Yun eh. So we're telling the story. Kaya it makes me so excited to actually make the people see what this concert has to offer, this documentary concert has to offer.
Okay, balik ko naman yung tanong direct kay Alden. Kamusta maka-work si Direct Frank for the very first time, Alden?
Ay, parang yun yung best decision for the concert. And,
Wow.
Yung the way it was presented, actually, nag-meet kami ni Direct for a day when I was locked in. And tapos, the next week, meron na siya agad concept. After one sit down, ganun kabilis. I guess, these people, the circle that was built within the concert, lahat kami, we were meant to meet each other. Kasi sobrang dali ng naging process ng formulation, pag-structurize ng show. Hindi rin ako nahirapan to put in my inputs kasi they're very open. Hindi nila dinidiscredit yung mga suggestions ko. And I guess siguro isa yun sa parang magandang aspect ng mga proyekto is really you involve everyone sa creative collaboration because ang sarap manood ng show or ng isang proyekto na kapag pinanood mo, meron mga small details na masasabi na, ay, idea ko yan. Ay, ako yung nagsuggest yan. That's a different fulfillment. Ang sarap sa pakiramdam. It empowers you. It empowers your creative side na parang I am an asset in the creative collaboration aspect of projects. So yun yung naramdaman ko when I was doing it. Kaya I was really blessed with the team. I mean, from the director down to all the staff that was part of the show. Sobrang gaan.
Grabe. So talagang naging open kayo sa isa't isa, especially, with the ideas. Sige, bago natin to ibigay sa friends from the press natin, Direk, kamusta naman kasi usually it's with the director or meron kang creative team na talaga nakaka-work pagka, kung anong gusto mo makita, ano mangyayari sa concert o sa show. How is it working with Alden and how is it brainstorming with him yung mga ideas niya?
Well, ang ano dito kay Alden, ang dami niyang ideas talaga. No? So I just had to listen to him. I just had to listen to him how he talks, his mannerisms, and also how he looks at life. Diba? So that's when I created the concept for him. I say for him is because of all those ideas that he has. I just have to create that structure. But everything, it was a great collaboration. Also with the team that we came up with. No, it's really a great collaboration because we were basically having one goal. We had one goal, and it was really easy. It was easy putting it up because we have an artist wherein is really involved in all aspects since he's producing, and seeing him in person and actually shooting it already, it's super down to earth. This person. I was talking to some friends when we shot parts of the concert. He would actually titimpla pa niya kami ng kape in his plate. Ganyan siya.
Grabe.
And also, parts of the concert, if you will see it, man, it's a different. You'll definitely see the difference between Alden Richards and Richard Faulkerson Jr. Kaya super excited for people to see this. Super ang ganda ng collaboration namin. Not just with me as a director, him as an artist and a producer, and everyone on the team had to pitch in something to create this magnificent project and output all together. So even if we're not finished yet, in our heads, we already know how it would look like. That's how intact our idea was and how generous this person is right in front of us.
Talagang nag-flow na lang lahat. Everything fell into place. Si Alden, ngumingiti-ngiti ngayon. Of course, talagang natutuwa sa mga naririnig na dito, Direk. Pero Alden, meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan sa mga bububuo nitong forward?
Of course, I contemplated for si Direk, Frank, and to everyone who has been involved. They don't want to be named, pero I just want them to know how grateful I am for their presence and how they guided me in every step of the way for this show. I'm so grateful. I'm gonna be eternally grateful to these people because hindi ko in-expect that they would invest so much love and support to me, knowing na, everything's a risk. But these people are willing to go down the road with me with those kinds of decisions. And of course, to GMA, to Miss Gigi, of course, to everyone who has been part of it. I'm so grateful, of course, to the Manila String Machine, to the UST singers. I'm very grateful for their presence. So, of course, for the sponsors, and to the people who have bought the tickets, and to all my fans and supporters who have, minsan tinatanong ko yung sarili ko kung natutulog pa ba sila eh. Kasi every time I check on social media, they're always there promoting the concert. They make it to a point kahit sila yung gagawa ng sariling art card for the projects that I'm in, especially for the things that I am currently doing. I am so grateful to these people who's doing these things selflessly without asking anything in return. You just want to see it to be successful. And siguro that's isa yun sa mga blessings na pinaka na-appreciate ko while I'm staying in this industry is these people na walang hinihinging kapalit. Gagawin lang nila yon just to show their love and support to me. And yun palang panalo na ako. And yun, of course, yun, sila yung mga gusto kong pasalamatan and they deserve to be recognized.
And I'm sure, Alden, they are equally grateful na naka-work ka nila dito sa very special project na to. And of course, it's for the AR Foundation. So, malayo yung mararating. Malayo yung magiging impact nitong concert natin. Okay, at this point of the program, it's now time to open the floor for the questions. I-welcome na po natin ang ating friends from the press. We are joined by several bloggers from the industry here who also wants to know, what's the happening, what are the happenings here in our docu-concert forward. So sige, simulan na po natin ang questions natin with our bloggers. Simulan natin kay Miss Kate Adahar of Random Republica. Miss Kate, go ahead.
Hi, thank you, Martin. Hi, good afternoon. Alden, as Martin mentioned earlier, we only caught a glimpse of your birthday celebration in the US. So, kumusta yung bakasyon mo? What was the most enjoyable part? Pakwento naman ang highlights.
Ang dami kasi I'm with family. That's number one. And then, I've celebrated my birthday in the simplest form, which is I appreciate. And those moments really count for me. Mas nagka-count sa akin yung intimate lang with the people that I love. And hindi masyadong plinano. Because those moments rarely happens when I celebrate my birthday here. And nakakatuwa lang na maging simpleng tao ulit for those days na nandun lang ako sa US, being just myself. Walang Alden Richards. Konti lang. Siguro I've met a couple of Pinoys. Pero after that, balik na ulit. Nagda-drive ako dun, naglalaba ako dun, naglilinis ako dun. Sabagay, ginagawa ko rin naman dito. Pero ang sarap lang na parang kahit pa paano I was able to relive my life before I became a celebrity during my stay there. And it's also my first out of the country after 2 years since the pandemic started. So yun. Tapos first time ko rin nagsalubong. Yun pala yung first in my 30 years of existence. First time ko nagsalubong ng birthday when I was there.
Yun. Thanks. And at 30, you mentioned, you've been blessed with a lot of work, endorsements, and you were able to help your family. Pero kung meron pang material gift na gusto mong ibigay sa sarili mo, na kung hindi ka magi-guilty, ano yun?
Wala na yata, eh. Parang, di ba there's a Maslow's hierarchy of needs? So I think I've reached the point of self-actualization. So hindi ko na I don't look at yung kasi 'di ba merong levels doon. But I think andun ako sa second layer of the triangle. So it's really more of living by the moment. living by the day, planning for things to progress, to move forward, and it's not really more on material and non-material. It's really more of how am I gonna leave the industry with a legacy, and I guess it will start with the Forward concert and AR Foundation.
That's good to hear and very inspiring. All the best. Thank you. Thank you,
Thanks,
Martin. Good luck.
Yes, Kate. Thank you so much. Kate Adahar of Random Republica. Ang ganda nung sinabi mo doon, Alden, na nandun ka na sa self-actualization stage. Kasi usually, yung mga tao, pagka dumadating doon, nag-iiba na yung perspective diba, sa buhay. And I think one good example nung nandun ka na is this concert kasi you're doing it for the AR Foundation. Okay, let's move on to our next blogger, Sir Alan Sangkon of Stars Photo. Go ahead, Sir Alan.
What's up, Sir Alan? Happy New Year.
Hi, Happy New Year, Alden. Hi, Sir Direct Frank. Hi, Martin. I just want, muna, Direct. Hi, Direct Frank. Yan, matagal ko nang kilala to si Direct nung nagsisimula pala ako ng showbiz. Magaling na director talaga to. Kaya bago yung question kay Alden, I just want to ask muna yung question kay Direct Frank. Direct Frank, kasi parang this is documentary, di ba? Of Alden's life. And ikaw yung may idea nito di ba? And you presented to Alden. So, hanggang saang life ni Alden ipapakita dito sa documentary, not giving too much, no? Parang patikim lang. Mula ba nung bata siya or mula ba nung pumasok siya sa showbiz? Parang yung makikita ng mga tao lang dito sa concert na to.
Kasi when I was conceptualizing the show, I want the fans and also the viewers and the non-fans to actually understand who Alden Richards is. And to understand that, kailangan natin maintindihan kung sino si Richard Faulkerson Jr. Kasi doon nagsimula yun. So we will take them way back. Nung bago pa siya nagkaisip, hanggang sa masabi niya sa sarili niya na, ay kaya ko pala. Ganun yung storytelling natin dito. It's encapsulated in songs, and it's also encapsulated in interviews and anecdotes from him. Mostly anecdotes from him kasi marami siyang stories that he hasn't hindi pa niya nasasabi sa mga previous interviews niya. It's because it wasn't time. And when he saw this concept and when he saw this opportunity to actually create a documentary about the person behind Alden Richards, I think we gave him that stage and we gave them that opportunity na sabihin na yung story na yon. So, marami. From way back, mula bata siya, up to creating his own vision for himself.
So, marami palang revelation si Alden dito sa concert na to na talagang dapat panoorin at abangan, di ba? Thank you, Direk, ha. Kay Alden naman. Alden,
yes, sir.
Belated happy birthday, happy New Year, Merry Christmas, di ba? So lahat na. And congratulations dito. Kumbaga, hindi pa man nagsisimula yung concert. Sold out na. Ibig sabihin, successful talaga yung forward concert mo. Yung tanong ko lang rin, parang after this concert, syempre maraming mag-aabang din. Ano yung nilulook forward kay Alden Richard this coming 2022. Kumbaga, another teleserye ba, movie ba, ganun. Ano pa yung mga aabangan sa'yo this coming 2022?
Opo. Thank you, Sir Alden. Actually, yun po, in movie po namin ni Bea will push through this year. And then after that po, we'll be doing a teleserye together. I think it's in the works na rin po. Nag-usap na rin po regarding that. And right after the teleserye po, in the talks na rin po yung forward concert will go abroad, but I'll be performing the concert in person po in different states. So inaayos pa po yun, and eventually by that time medyo hindi na po ganito kataas yung COVID cases all over the world. So as of the moment, yun po yung plan for the first and second quarter of my year po sa ngayon.
Singit ko na rin, Alden, kasi halos lahat tinatanong kapag this January, ano yung parang naging New Year's resolution mo this 2022? Meron ka rin bang ganon na parang, this year, ito na yung may ganito, ganyan. Ano yung New Year's resolution ng isang Alden Richard?
Parang kasi po, New Year's resolution are meant to be broken for me. Parang all the more na bine-verbalize natin yung mga gusto natin mangyari sa bagay, all the more na minsan hindi siya nagkakatotoo. So ako, I just let the situation play by itself, and hinihintay ko lang po talaga kung what life has in store for me in this year. So doon lang po ako magkaya, based gusto kong anong ibigay ng tadhana. Grabe nga.
Thank you, Alden.
Thank you, Sir Alan. Salamat po.
Direct Frank. Thank you, Martin. Congratulations in advance for the Forward concert. Looking forward to your concert. Thank you.
Sir Alan, thank you so much po. Dapat nga hindi tayo magkaroon ng New Year's resolution. Di na uso?
Di nakakatotoo minsan eh.
Oo nga eh. Hindi naman napufulfill. Okay, pero gusto ko yung sinabi ni Direct Frank kanina na yun ipapakita natin dito sa forward, yung real Richard Faulkerson, na yun naman yung binalikan ni Alden nung pumunta ka sa States, kasi parang naramdaman mo doon na yun na yung kabilang side mo, di ba? Yung normal life. Oo, parang ganon. So, galing, parang nag-full circle ka nung ginagawa mo itong documentary at bumalik ka doon. Okay, Sir Alan, maraming salamat po. Pangatlo nating vlogger, naghihintay na, Sir John Bueno of Kumagkao. Sir John?
Yes, good afternoon. Hi, Alden. Kamusta ka na?
Okay naman. How are you?
All right, I'm good. I'm still fat, but I'm okay. But I just have a couple of questions for you. I know that the world between us has been really, really phenomenal, but what would you miss the most with that show?
Everything about it, John. Actually, I was really in awe how it was written, how it was directed, how it was well acted by my co-actors. It was a very healthy setup. It's a very healthy family that we were able to produce during that show. And I guess I would really miss the character. Kasi medyo maiksi for me, personally. Medyo maiksi yung naging Louis version 2.0 doon. Yung very vengeful, hindi nagpapatalo, always gets in the way. Very street smart, very smart. Pero I think I will be given an opportunity to play those kinds of roles in the future, because of course, nakita natin yun, nakita po lahat ng audience na, ay okay pala. So I think yun din po yung sabi ng network sa akin, na I think it's time for me to portray roles more of like that, kung ano yung nagawa ko sa show. And November pa nga, I think we finished dating by, I guess, November. And then nung finale week na, doon ko biglang na-miss yung show, na parang sayang, ba't ang bilis na tapos? But you know, ganun talaga. So we'll see each other naman on the next project.
But there will be a Louis 2.0?
Oy.
Who knows? I don't want to say. I mean, di natin sure, pero malay mo naman.
All right. Now, going back to your concert, this surely will be successful. It is successful already since you've sold out all the tickets. Now, can you tell me a little bit more about the AR Foundation? How would the concert help the AR Foundation?
Well, technically speaking, it's gonna be all the funds accumulated upon producing the concerts. All the funds that was collected for the show will go directly to the foundation, from sponsors to the ticket sales, and that will sustain the current scholars that I have now, and para magtuloy-tuloy sila until they graduated college. And then it will also open opportunities in slots for upcoming scholars for this year. Siyempre, we don't want na limited lang yung nabibigyan natin ng tulong. Siyempre, as much as possible, we want to help the most we can para and maraming ma-inspire na kabataan, maraming ma-inspire na estudyante to move forward in life, na hindi pandemic, hindi catastrophic event ang pipigil sa kanila to achieve their dreams. So that's what the message that I want to send out while doing the show.
Alden, will there be an opportune time for people to actually help AR Foundation to do that rather than just, of course, your concerts don't come like every month or so, but will there be a time that they would be able to help AR Foundation directly?
Of course, that's actually in the final process already, that will be also open for donations, open for individuals who wants to sponsor a kid that can go to school. Inaaral lang po namin talaga mabuti so that maging flawless yung execution niya, because of course whenever you get into a certain opportunity, kailangan tinetest muna namin yung waters. There's a lot of trial and errors para at least hindi magkaroon ng flow sa system, kasi syempre po in reality mahirap ang pagpera na po yung involved. We want to be as transparent as possible, and yun po talaga yung objective namin dito sa AR Foundation. We will make it to a point na talagang all of the donations, all the help that we've got for the foundation will go directly to the ones that's being helped by our institution. So that's how I would like the foundation to be. Ayoko siya na masabing may foundation lang, gusto lang makakuha ng funds. There are certain people who will say that we can ignore that fact na meron pa rin detractors that will think ill of something that we're doing for the good. So of course that opportunity is gonna be opening soon, and pinag-uusapan lang namin. All the progress of the AR Foundation will take effect right after the Forward concert for this month.
Thank you so much, Alden. Thank you also for doing this for, of course, the countless scholars that you have. Maraming salamat, Martin. And thank you also, Direk.
Thank you, John.
Hey, John. Thank you so much. I'm sure once you open the gates para sa mga tao na tumulong, mag-overflow yan. Maraming mga bata. Maraming mga tao matutulungan. By the way, pasalamatan natin yung mga fans ni Alden, tsaka yung mga kapuso natin na patuloy nagtitweet ngayon, because we are trending right now. Thank you so much for making us trend. Ayan po. Hashtag Alden Forward and hashtag Alden Richards. Pareho po nagtitrend ngayon. Maraming salamat. Keep tweeting para malaman niyo po yung info, yung mga mangyayari pa sa Forward docu-concert na nag-iisang Alden Richards. Okay, let's move on to blogger number 4. Okay, we have Sir Albert Abelido of Chickenless Avenue. Sir Albert?
Hey,
grabe naman si Albert. Parang napaka-fresh mo naman yung tanghaling takot.
Siyempre, pag ikaw rin, Alden.
Grabe naman si
Oy, belated happy birthday, Alden.
Thanks, Albert. Thank you.
Nakakatuwa yung mga ganap mo sa US. Congratulations. Sold out, ha, bongga.
Thank you.
Yung first question ko muna kay Direk. Direk, when this project was pitched in, what were you really looking forward to in terms of working with Alden, and how did it materialize?
Actually, when it was offered to me to actually present to him, kasi he would be producing the concert, diba? That in itself gave me an idea na parang this artist really means business, and at the same time he knows what he wants. So kaya I really wanted to impress and actually present to him a concept na parang showing him the bigger picture of what he could accomplish pa by telling his story, diba? And now knowing that he has this foundation that we will be launching in this concert, diba? It gives you the idea na syempre this person really is a very good person, diba? Nung una ayaw niyang pasabi kung ano yung mga charity works niya, and now here we are actually celebrating his success, and at the same time giving him the opportunity to actually present his platform to do this foundation. And it was really after presenting the concept to him, sobrang natuwa ako kasi parang he liked it that much na parang he wanted to collaborate more on it, diba? So I just gave that structure, ginawa ko lang yung structure for the story, but basically it's a 50-50 collaboration sa kanya. So after the first meeting, nag-click na kami agad. Followed up. ang dami rin niyang ginagawa. So every now and then, I want to make the most out of this time and to make sure I prepare a good concept for him and prepare the concert for him na makita niya talaga that everything that he's doing as a producer comes into fruition. Ganun kadali yung work relationship namin ni Alden. So it's madali yung naging process namin. And yeah, when it came into fruition, I liked it even if it's like 70-80% na matatapos na. So yun.
Direk, ikaw ba may mga projects ka pa na hopefully you look forward to collaborate with Alden in the future?
Oh, definitely. Ako definitely. Now I know where this person is headed and what's the bigger picture for him. Ang sarap katrabaho ng isang Alden Richards. Sabi ko nga kanina, pagtitimpla ka pa niya ng kape.
Ang taray. Hindi pa ako napagtimpla ng kape ni Alden, pero...
Halika dito. Halika dito, Albert. Pumunta ka dito. Pagtitimpla kita, halika dito.
Kontento na ako, Alden, dun sa mga pahag-ahang nakakami.
Oo nga,
Zoom lang talaga.
Next time.
Thank you so much for sharing a piece of that for Alden. And Alden, kasi di ba parang this concert supports AR Foundation supporting their education. Ikaw ba may pangarap ka ba in terms of education naman for yourself?
Yes, that's actually in the works also. I've been talking to different schools here already, and so far they're giving out different options for me to be able to finish school kasi they know my schedule, and then they as much as possible will make the schedule flexible for both of us na para at least napagsasabay ko yung trabaho ko and yung career ko kasi like this nga, itong forward concert, nagugulat yung iba na paano ko daw napagsabay while doing The World Between Us and then doing a lot of stuff. Paano ko pa naisingit makakapag-produce ng concert. And again, everything is about time management. How you manage your time on a daily basis. And how you prioritize the things that you need to do. Kasi ganun yan eh. Ako kasi, meron akong checklist for a day, checklist for a month, and checklist for a year. Iba-iba yan. So in that way, I'm able to put into order the things that I want to achieve in life na hindi ako nagka-cram, na hindi ko alam kung ano yung dapat kong gawin. So I think it's sana like our live audience now sa Facebook, makakuha ng ganung lesson because time management is key. Time is everything.
Ay, mukhang dudumugin yung klase.
Secret pa nga yung pangalan ng school eh. Secret pa.
Nakaka-excite. Ay, we really look forward to that, Alden. Nakakatuwa na parang that's still part of your priority despite the success, di ba? Parang kung tutuusin, parang you've learned a lot by hands-on education, but yung formal education, something na you still look forward to finish.
Yes, kasi let me share you with this, Albert, yung mom ko kasi my mom wanted me to be a celebrity. So I lived that out for her. Yung finishing school, that's my dad's dream for me. So yun naman yung ibibigay ko sa kanya. Siyempre, he's growing old already. Parang ang taon na lang yata senior citizen of the Philippines na yung tatay ko. Pero yun yung regalo ko sa kanya. Parang eternal gift to him. If that's what my dad wants for me, then yun naman yung bibigay ko sa kanya.
Yay! Ang galing! Nakakatuwa! Planado yung buhay ni Alden. Pero wait, paano naman yung di ba parang last year, parang narinig ko sa sa isa sa mga interviews mo, you wanted to prioritize your love life as well. So paano yon for 2022?
Yun na.
Ako kasi darating naman yun. I mean, if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. Yun yung natutunan ko sa buong stay ko sa industry. And the more na sinasabi mo, the more na pinipilit mo, all the more na hindi siya dumadating. So, I'll just wait. And I think the one that's right for me is just around the corner. And kung nandyan man siya, halika na. Hindi, joke lang. Pero, hinihintay ko lang.
Oh my God, sana magparamdam na. Sana biglang dumaan na. That's congratulations, Alden. We really look forward to the success of
Salamat,
this
Albert.
concert. And of course, sana mas marami ka pang
Yes.
matulungan. Mas bumongga pa yung AR
Tapos may utang ako sa
Foundation.
iyong kape.
Yun.
Yeah! Naku, naka-record to. Ipopost ko talaga to.
Post mo yan.
Resibo. Okay.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
Albert.
Alden. Martin, thank you. Congrats for direct.
Albert, thank you so much. Thank you. Meron tayong 1.4K viewers ngayon, tapos marami nagsasabi, nagre-respond dun sa tawag mo, halika na daw. Punta ka na daw sa kanya.
Dami magtaas ng kamay.
Oo, dami mamabang dito. Pero that's great to hear. And nung sinabi mo kanina na may checklist, pati ako napaisip, teka, may checklist ba ako sa for Mike, di ba? Parang napaka-specific. Kasi usually, taon lang di ba? My goals for the year, ganyan. Ikaw, kada araw, kada buwan, at yung entirety of the year. Wow, that's...
kasi parang for me, for you to get to point D, merong B and C. So, hindi naman pwedeng nasa point A ka, tapos tatalon ka agad sa D. For you to able to go to D, may B and C ka pang dadaanan. So, I think, very healthy yun. I mean, since time is of the essence, and it's very important. Matututunan din nila. Mahirap at first because everything should be on schedule. That will teach you not to procrastinate and be more productive on a daily basis. Kasi it doesn't necessarily mean that we're in a pandemic na gagawin excuse nung iba na nasa bahay lang ako, wala akong magawa. There are a lot of things that can be done. There are a lot of things andyan ang internet. Everything is open. Ang daling mag-aral, ang daling maghanap ng bagay na abalahan for self-development and self-fulfillment. So, yun, sana may natutunan sila kahit konti.
Maraming natututo dito, and I'm sure isa-isa na yung nagsusulat sa mga notebook nila. And this is just a glimpse of what we can expect from forward. Glimpse pa lang to, patikim pa lang po to, preview pa lang to, sa abangan niya po yan. Pero we have our last blogger on standby right now. Ito, welcome na natin si Sir Rocky Batara of Runner Rocky. Hello, Rocky.
Hello po.
Hey, Rocky. Kamusta?
Hello, Alden. First of all, belated happy birthday and congratulations sa mga success mo. Yung katatapos pa lang na The Word Between Us and etong upcoming concert mo.
Thank you.
Yan. So yung first question ko para sa iyo, Alden. So, sobrang supportive yung mga fans and audience sa'yo sa lahat ng mga projects na ginawa mo, maka-concert yan, album, movie, or teleserye. Kagaya nga nung katatapos lang na The Word Between Us. And even commercials, pag ikaw yung nag-endorse, definitely, binibili talaga nila at tinatangkilik. So, ikaw, Alden, in your own simple ways, paano mo binabalik or pinapakita sa kanila yung pasasalamat mo para sa lahat ng mga sumusupport?
Yes, actually by doing things like this for them, kasi parang yun lang yung way ko to pay it forward to them is to help other people because of the support they're giving me. Parang mas nai-inspire ako na parang makapag-give back ako dito sa mga taong sumusuporta sa akin unconditionally and selflessly. This is the least I could do. And kagaya nga nun, before, nung hindi pa pandemic, I see to it na at least once or twice a month, I'm able to appear sa mga fan gatherings kasi, I mean, yung effort nila, I mean, you should, as public figures, as celebrities, parang the best way to feel what the supporters are feeling is to put ourselves in their shoes. Parang kung ako yung fan, ito yung effort ko, anong mararamdaman ko if it's hindi siya ma-acknowledge or it maging taken for granted siya. And for me, parang yung makita ka lang nila in person is really a big deal for them. Worth it na lahat ng pagod and hindi ko na para ipagdamot yun. Because I have time. I always have time to the people who loves me. And isa sila dun. So, and also yung doing these things para mas maging inspired sila. I like to give inspiration to them as well with the things I do every single day. Kasi these people looks up to me, I give them inspiration, I make them happy every day, and the least I could do is to inspire them even more with the things that I do and I get in.
Nice. Thank you, Alden. For my
Thanks,
second
Rocky.
question naman, para kay Direk and para sa iyo din, Alden. So, since papalapit na ng papalapit yung docu-concert nyo na forward, ano pa yung mga preparations na ginagawa nyo para dito? At may mga changes, updates, or dinagdag pa ba kayo dito na mas lalo pa naming aabangan? So, para muna sa'yo, Direk.
70-80%, marami pa kaming kailangan tapusin. Siyempre, yung mga kanta natin dyan at saka yung performances. Tsaka siyempre, also, marami pang mga stories na gusto kong makuha from Alden. Marami pa siyang pwedeng sabihin sa concert na to na kailangan nang malaman ng mga tao, I guess. And yun yung siguro yung dapat yung abangan dito. Yun.
Meron pa ba kaming mga ine-expect na parang mga surprises na I think mga highlights nitong concert na ilulook forward namin?
Ako, for me, parang ako direct, it's really getting deeper to get to know my mom further. Kasi yun nga, si mom, alam naman nila that this whole thing was my mom's dream for me, that she passed away 13 years ago and then eventually my career started. But now, itong buong concert, natutuwa din ako kay Derek kasi parang he gave me an opportunity to really introduce formally my mom, si Rosario Reyes Faulkerson, to the public. And kung meron man dapat pagpasalamatan ko yung mga sumusuporta sa akin is yung mom ko yun. Kasi my mom gave me the inspiration and the passion to pursue this career that I have. So, yun yung dapat nilang abangan kung paano namin nilatagin. Grabe. Grabe yun, Dre. Isa yun sa highlight. Oo.
About mga surprise guests ba? Meron ba kaming i-expectin na mga surprise guest stars or even mga closest kay Alden na ine-expect din namin dito sa concert? Meron pa kaming kahit siguro hint or teaser na mayroong surprises na guests?
Kasi we don't wanna give out naman po false information. Kasi yung concert ko, really, ang guest ko lang po doon is the Manila String Machine and the UST Singer. So, in terms of guest ko, physical appearance of my good friends in showbiz or other people, wala po muna. Because everything, the whole concert is really for Reyes Faulkerson Jr. and yung details of him, mga deeper details of him. Yun po yung dita sa show.
Tsaka, gusto ko sana kasi with the concert, when I was conceptualizing it, yung focus, gusto ko na kay Alden lang, na kay Richard lang. 'Di ba? And kailangan his performances and the docu part of the concert speaks for itself. Na parang it doesn't need a breaker, it doesn't need I'm not saying, of course, syempre that's the usual kasi. That's the usual formula of a concert. And we're trying to break that that stereotype of a concert. Diba? So, yun, that in itself is actually something to look forward to. Parang, ano namin gagawin yon? You have to watch it.
Yes po.
Sobrang kakaiba siya. Okay po. So, thank you po, Direk. Thank you, Alden. And thank you, Mark. And looking forward sa concert. Congratulations.
Rocky, maraming salamat. And I think based from that, rest assured that this is gonna be fresh para sa mga mata ng viewers natin. Ito gagawin nating docu-concert. It's gonna be all about the life of Alden Richards on and off cam. Okay, now that we're done with our friends from the media, bibigyan din natin. We mentioned this earlier when we opened the VideoCon. Okay, yung mga nagko-comment kanina, bibigyan natin sila ng opportunity na
maganda yan.
marinig. Oo, siyempre marinig ni Alden yung mga tanong nila at masagot din na live dito sa Facebook. Okay, so unahin na natin. We got 3 questions here coming from 3 fans of Facebook. Simulan natin kay Evelyn Asis. Yung tanong niya, since kilala ni Alden to, since the concert is titled Forward, aside from meeting Richard Reyes Faulkerson Jr., will you be featuring future plans, projects that we can look for sa concert?
Apparently po, all of it is really focused on the life of Richard Reyes Faulkerson. So, like what I've said before, hindi po tayo masyadong mag-get into the showbiz aspect. The showbiz aspect will just be part of it, pero maliit lang yung role nila. It will really revolve around the AR Foundation, all the the foundation was brought up, and it's really more of documentary. Kasi di ba when we say documentary, it's about real life events that happen na i-summarize lang natin into one show. So, in terms po of projects, wala po yata akong dinisclose doon or mga gagawin in the future. Ito, sinabi ko na po kanina sa mga nanonood. It's really more of it's a purpose concert and a live concert. So, yun po yung makikita nila.
Okay. And I think for Miss Evs, pwede niyang balikan mamaya, mag-rewind siya ng konti kasi sinikot ni Alden naman yung mga plans niya for 2022. Okay, he answered it earlier. Ito naman, next question natin galing kay Sunshine De Castro. I think we can ask this, or this goes out to both of you, Direk tsaka Alden. What inspired you to create this awesome documentary concert? For Alden, paano mo naisip na gumawa na to? And for Direk, ano yung inspiration mo in approaching your treatment for this particular concert?
Go ahead po, Direk.
Sige ako. It's easy for me to answer that question because you have an artist that already has that drive to actually create something new and to see the bigger picture of where he can actually go further, diba? Forward, diba? That yun naman that the term in itself, the title in itself, when you say forward, it's about looking ahead and seeing a bigger picture. There's nowhere to go in his career but forward. Kaya super excited ako mapanood nila to kasi they will actually see the totality of the persona, which is Richard Faulkerson Jr. And how that person created the character, the artist, Alden Richards. Then full circle, totoo yun. It's a full circle documentary concert na makita nyo yung totoong siya. No frills, no extras, just pure purpose.
Wow.
Yes. And it's also for the benefit of the scholars. I want them to be highlighted in the show. I want the people to see, gusto ko right after the concert, ma-inspire sila na pwede naman pala akong tumulong. Gusto kong tumulong. That's the main objective of the concert. And it also serves as an inspiration for people to do even more charity works in their lifetime. Because at the end of the day, all of these material things that we have in life, hindi na natin madadalhin kapag when we passed on. So it's really more of living a life of legacy, because that's a purpose you can live by every day.
Okay. And those are beautiful answers, by the way, coming from Alden and Direk Frank. Okay. Lastly here, it's been answered. This question, these set of questions, they have been answered all throughout our MediaCon. Kasi yung tanong ni Joe Guevara, is the concert personal? Does it mean we'll be seeing more of your personal life and not your showbiz life? You've answered that already. Yes. But I want to add to that, kasi ibayin natin ng konti yung i-restructure natin yung question. What made you go for a personal approach dito sa concert nito as opposed to doing, like what Direk mentioned earlier, a traditional format ng concert?
It's to offer something new to them and get out of the stereotype. Kasi that's what people want naman. Us, we're built for change. So every time people wanted to look for something new in the things that they used to do or they used to watch. So kami, why not this? I mean, marami na rin nakagawa, pero hindi ko pa nagawa. So that's something new that we have to learn.
Correct. And it became a challenge for me also. As a director naman, siyempre, I'm used to the performances. But given this opportunity to tell a story, it gives me a lot of joy to actually see this into fruition na parang, it's different. It's a different attack altogether. And having a producer /artist /creative person and the person of Alden Richards, apakadaling katrabaho.
Yan. And ultimately, for the entire team, for Alden, for Direct Frank, this is a project of growth. Kasi pakiramdam ko, kasi bago eh. So dami niyong natutunan, daming challenges. You know, you grew as people and as professionals here in the industry. Pasalamatan natin, Alden, Direct Frank, maraming salamat po for joining us here today. Thank you so much. Thank you. At gayon din po dun sa mga vloggers na sumali sa atin ngayon dito sa ating MediaCon. Maraming salamat po. But before we leave, wag nating kalimutang pasalamatan yung mga sponsors for, again, making Forward possible. Isa-isahin natin. Our presenters, they've been flashed all throughout the program as well. So, mga presenters natin, Oleo Fats and I Am Worldwide, our major sponsors. Thank you so much as well to Touch Mobile and Master. Minor sponsors po natin, pasalamatan natin ang Boardwalk, Bello, and McDonald's. Thank you so much once again to Direct Frank for joining us this afternoon. Direct, very insightful answers today para sa press natin.
I'm sure naantok na si Direct kasi nasa ibang time zone siya.
Kasi hindi nasa ka Direct?
Nasa US ako ngayon.
Nasa US pala si Direct. Naku po, inaantok. Diretso na tulog na si Direct mamaya. Pero Direct, thank you so much for taking some time out today kahit magkaiba tayo ng time zone. And thank you so much. At ito na, Alden, this is your opportunity to invite everybody na manood ng Forward, bumili ng ticket ng Forward.
Yes. So apparently, kahit sold out na po yung tickets, we'll see that we're going to be able to open more slots for you guys. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng sumuporta at bumili ng ticket for the Forward concert ni Richard Reyes Faulkerson Jr. If you want to know more about the show, you can log on to tickettome.net for more details po. And magkita-kita po tayo sa January 30, 8 p.m. po yan. I'm very excited to share with you guys a piece of me, a piece of Richard Reyes Faulkerson Jr. that's never before seen anywhere. So maraming salamat po. Again, this is for the benefit of AIR Foundation and of course the scholars that we'll be having and the ones that we have and going to be having in this year. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much. And of course po, gusto ko rin po magpasalamat sa sponsors again, sa Oleo Fats, I Am Worldwide, to Master, maraming salamat din po. Of course, to Bello, McDonald's, and wait, ano pa ba? Teka lang po Ito. Boardwalk and Touch Mobile. Maraming salamat po.
Ayan, there you go. Thank you so much, Alden. At magkita-kita po tayo January 30, 2022. Ayan. Para sa Forward, don't forget to buy your tickets. Sold out na, pero mag-open pa ng slot si Alden. Konting pressure. Pero maraming salamat ulit kay Alden at kay Direct Frank.
Thanks, Direct.
Ayan. Mark the date, January 30, 2022.
And okay na, sir. Maraming salamat po.
Alright.
Guys, thank you. Thank you so much.
Martin. Salamat. Direct, tulog na Direct.
Direct, thank you.
Antok na yan. Good night, Direct.
Boy, maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat po.
Yung t-shirt, ibenta natin yan. Maganda yung t-shirt.